open the large wooden double doors in front of you, and darkness spreads and spills out into the room that you're in. An inky blackness so deep that seems to absorb the light around you. That darkness starts to seep down and settle at your feet. And then one by one by one, columns of flame spread across the room in 2 rows, leading forward. They open up in a wide semicircle, and before you stands a massive figure, 12 to 13 feet high, triple-headed, covered in ashen scales, and large white armor. Its 3 heads look at you, each one with a different expression, a completely different countenance. To the left, a long hanging tongue forked at the end, spreading and lashing across sunken lips, licking at serpentine eyes that seem to bulge forward from its skull. To the right, disdain, with a frown so deep that the hanging jowls of the face touch its breastplate. And then in the center, pure hatred, with rows of serrated teeth over 4 fingers long that gnash and lash at you, waiting for you to enter. You all walk into the room, and we'll begin this session with combat. Finn, you are first. Would you mind describing your character for me?
Sure. He is 5'11", shaggy hair that looks like hasn't cleaned it in a while, relatively well built, and still wearing the tattered armor he showed up with. He's wielding a shiny glaive and a standard shield, and ready for action.
The creature is no less than 30 feet in front of you. What would you like to do?
I would like to advance toward the creature.
As you move towards the creature, you still have an action and bonus action. It stands in front of you, massive, standing over 3 times your height. What do you do?
I'm going to raise my shield and prep for an attack. Prep to get attacked.
You're going to hold your action?
Yep.
Good. That leads us to Norcross. Would you please describe your character?
So Norcross is a tiefling. He stands about 6 feet tall, relatively decent shape, not incredibly jacked, but in good shape. He has a sort of smoky gray skin for the most part, but he has inlays of gold going all throughout his skin, eventually meeting up to the top of his head where you see golden brown hair erupting from it, almost looking like shining and metallic. And he's got 2 bluish gray horns going from the side up and out. He also has 2 golden wings coming out from the back of him. They look almost draconic in their basis. And clothing-wise, he's got on, it's like a white outfit in terms of white clothing, white pants, with gold designs all around it of a dragon kind of snaking along his body. And he has in his hand a long sword, and the blade itself is lightly glowing and shining. I'm assuming you just want me to get straight to my
First,
Oh.
Is your tattoo still wrapped?
In this moment, no. So you'd see along on his left arm, he's got a golden tattoo that wraps around it of a coiling golden dragon, and alongside the dragon's body, you see various musical notes surrounding it, eventually leading up to right before his wrists, where the mouth of the dragon is opening up and breathing fire essentially into his hand.
The dragon on your arm starts to glow and burn. What do you do, Norcross?
He kind of stares at his arm for a moment and clenches his hand a bit. Closes his eyes and takes a breath. And then you see him open his hand and a small orb begins to form of all different colors, blue, red, green, yellow, all just forming in different strands and spinning around and around. And the colors keep popping in different strengths and focuses until eventually it becomes almost purely red. And then he just turns his hand this way, aiming it at the beast, and fires it off. And I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb, specifically going with fire damage.
Cool. What's the save on that one?
That is a spell.
It's a spell attack. It's a spell attack. Yeah. Roll to hit.
13.
Unfortunately, you miss.
Yeah.
The chromatic orb of, I'm assuming, fire?
Yes.
Of fire goes wide as the creature turns and spins away from it, and you see 3 spiked, almost stegosaurus-like tails batted away and into the wall.
That was a 4th level slot I used, by the way.
Cool. You can keep track of that. I don't need to know that.
No.
That leads us to Arabelle. Arabelle, would you please describe your character?
Hi. Yeah, Arabelle, she is a blue-skinned succubus, and all of her extremities end in like a very pink tone, much like the makeup. She's got 2 little horns, pink horns on her forehead. She's got a white bob with a little black streak in it and a little heart-shaped tail. She's dressed in a high neck, sleeveless dress with slits down the sides, so her legs are free, her arms are free, and she's got a backpack on, heart-shaped Eda bag. Very cute. But she's got little glasses as well, little heart-shaped glasses. And she's a monk.
I have a question for you, Arabelle.
Of course.
Do you have your figurine?
It is in the Eda bag, yes.
Is it still in the packaging?
It is still in the packaging because we are a collector.
Will it stay in the packaging for this battle?
We will see.
Please take your turn.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run up to the monster, and I'm gonna aim for the sad one.
Go ahead, roll to hit.
All right, I'm gonna do an unarmed strike, and then do I just? Oh, I click this. I think. There we go. 17
hits.
Ooh. Okay. And then I did 10 with my punch. Just a little punch, and then I'm going to do a bonus action of Fury of Blows.
Go right ahead. Roll to hit.
But I'm also laughing the entire time. I just want to know. I'm kind of cackling.
Give us a cackle. Give us a cackle.
Just like a, because she's a succubus, and this is the closest thing to sex for her. So,
Oh my god.
she is getting a little, little taste of it. 17 again,
Hits.
and Fury of Blows. I got 11, and then I do it again, right? It's twice, I
I
believe.
do believe you can do it again, yes.
Okay, 11, and then 2.
To hit?
No, it just. Oh, do I have to? Sorry, roll. I'll roll a hit
you have
again
to roll a
for
hit.
Fury of Blows. 14.
Does not hit.
Okay, so it's a 1, 2, and then a whiff.
So you rush towards this being, and you go for the sad head. You jump up to the air, and you start pummeling, pounding this face. The jowls start to ripple and vibrate as you do, and then in the last one, the head spins in a full 360 and smacks your arm away.
Oof.
That leads us to Typhonon. Typhonon, can you describe yourself?
Yes. Typhonon is a 6'3", beautifully green dragon scale dragonborn. He has a relatively long tail that has 3 spikes on the end of it. He is dressed in a suit because he is a gentleman's gentleman. And he wears a pair of kind of thin-rimmed glasses. Not because he needs to see, but just because they make him look smart. And he has an earring in one of his ears.
Typhonon, you feel the burning weight of history in your steps again. The weight of what you once were. When you once walked on all fours and had giant wings behind you. What do you do in this combat?
Being the proud dragon that I am, I slowly walk toward the monster, more of trying to investigate my surroundings, see if there's any weaknesses I can see.
Go ahead and roll a perception check. It's a free action.
Let's see. Perception. Oh, there it is. I got an 18.
18. With an 18, you look around the room. The darkness that is on the low-hanging fog of darkness on the ground is still there. It seems to have fled away from the torches itself. The flames in the torches are actually, when I say they are crimson, I mean they are deeper than a traditional fire. There's no orange to them. There's no white. There's no blue. They are just a bright, burning red, almost scarlet. There's something odd about those flames, but you're not sure what. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast mage armor on myself.
Mm-hmm. What does it look like when you cast mage armor on yourself?
So again, my scales are kind of like a dark green, and so a kind of a cloak kind of covers the suit. It's just kind of made of like light green scales that just covers the entirety of the suit all the way down to my feet.
All right. You cast mage armor on yourself. Arabelle pummels one head. Norcross whiffs it. And Finn holds his action. And now, it's the Ashen One's turn. All 3 heads look at all of you. And their jaws unhinge, wider, lower, and lower, until a massive gaping void framed only by teeth and tongue spreads from each one of them. They suck in a breath. It's almost as if all the oxygen leaves the room for just a moment. You feel a slight second where it's like the air that is in your lungs itself is being pulled from you. And then it releases its breath. and a beam of starlight shoots from every single mouth at each and every one of you. And that's where we'll end this moment for now.
Oh no.
Oh
no. Oh no.
Oh,
Hello,
what a
everyone.
start. Oh.
And welcome to Hotel Myth. Hold on, that's the wrong song. Where's the,
Oh man.
the song?
Yo, my heart. I was like, yo, are we going full fledged into combat
We
right
all
now?
just got M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan! Yes, that's
Wow.
exactly it. Where is the actual... I have these labeled, but not well. Let's see. We'll do this one.
Ooh.
Welcome, everyone, to Hotel Myth, a 4-part 5e adventure. I am going to introduce our players, and soon we will meet all these characters once again. First off, Austen, can you tell
Hi.
people about yourself and where they can find you? And who you're
Hello.
playing?
Oh yeah, I'm Austen Marie. I play Arabelle the Succubus. I am a creative and variety streamer on Twitch, twitch.tv/Austen Marie. I also make comics, I do pottery, and I'm a spicy accountant. If you know, you know.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Justin, if you wouldn't mind doing the same thing.
Of course. Hi, I'm Justin Robinson. I'm playing Typhonon Norixius. I am a podcast host of the Rupees podcast, and of course on Twitch we stream at Rupees as well. Yeah, we're just here to have a good time.
Josh, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself and say the name of the character you're playing.
How you doing, folks? My name's Josh. You can call me Anorian. I am playing Norcross Talbane, the Tiefling. I am a variety content creator as well. I stream. I also do pre-prepared content. You can find me at twitch.tv/Anorian, or you can find me on YouTube under the heading name Anorian. I do streamed content as well as pre-structured old stuff, new stuff, RPGs, platformers, and all types of things.
And last but certainly least, I'm joking. Kano, could you please introduce yourself and say your character's name?
I am Kano, also known as Kano the Monkey. You can find that name on all platforms, spelled Cano. I am a Twitch streamer, a TikTok creator, and TikTok streamer as well. I do a variety of different games like everyone else here, but I primarily do first-person shooters and anything that's like a competitive game where I think I'm better than people.
Well, thinking it is certainly one way to say it. Hi, everyone. I will be your DM for the run of the show. I am Persephone Valentine, aka Persephorath. You probably know me from Dimension 20, bunch of drama. I mean, yes, but not dropout comedy shows like Dirty Laundry. Actually, the upcoming Thousandaires, although it'll be out, I believe, by the time this comes through. It's already been announced. And most recently, Monet's Slumber Party. We are going to take you on an adventure that's completely about hotel staff. You'll see once we get into it. Thank you for joining us. And what do you say, y'all? Should we get into the actual game?
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you threw us for such a ride at the beginning, so
I'm so
Let's
excited.
Well, it's about
Get-
hotel staff.
yeah. let's
right
do
the
it.
fuck into it.
The sweet life.
Of Zach and Cody.
Yeah.
I mean, what's Dylan Sprouse doing these days? Maybe we can get him.
Is he the Ashen one?
There are
Yeah,
3
no.
heads.
There are 3.
Dun dun dun.
Oh no.
Dylan, Cole, and Esteban.
I can't believe the end fight is the Sprouse brothers.
I can't believe it. Oh my god, who's the
Damn.
third one? They had a third one that's like the depressed head that's just like, I wasn't in your show.
It's like Property Brothers, where they have a secret third brother who does magic.
Right.
That's it.
It's the 4th Jonas brother.
The fourth
That's who it
Jonas
is.
Brother.
Stop it.
We could just crack on the third Jonas brother, as it is.
Isn't there also a hidden Kardashian as well?
Rob Kardashian, yeah. How do I
No,
know
no,
that?
there's like another. I don't know. I thought there was another sister somewhere, and she's like, I'm good.
There
never
is a
thought-
fourth Jonas brother. I
Yeah.
found out. Yeah. There's also more Hemsworth brothers.
There's
Mhm.
more.
Yeah, they
there's
keep
more.
the ugly ones locked up.
Right.
They're like doctors. So
Yeah.
Like, ooh, this one's not gonna be an actor.
Goodbye.
all right.
Unlike the Scars guards, where they were just like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, they're all weird enough.
Everybody
they
come
can
on.
get any role.
And now we launch into our 5-part parody of The Crow, starring Bill Skarsgård. No.
Yay!
Unlike where we entered, we come in through a realm between realms. A place that sits at the crux between the mortal, the immortal, the mundane and divine, the demonic and the normal. A place that sits between realms that connects them all. And when you have a place that sits between many disparate places, like a town or a city, certain things come to existence. Certain amenities, commodities, such as an inn, or in this case, a hotel. And though those who are of greater status than us mere mortals may, in fact, be different than us, there is one thing that mortals and the divine and the demonic share, and that is a need for comfort, for a place to rest their head, whether they sleep or not. A place away from home that they can find succor and rest. And that brings us to Hotel Myth. Standing on a mountain taller than anything on Earth could ever stand, Mount Everest wishes, is the hotel. Built of towering stone, ringed with gold, archways, parapets, looking like a castle, if a castle could be built directly inside of a mountain, as parts of it are carved directly from the stone below it. The front doors are made of pure gold and silver, carved in the image of 3 different creatures: an angel, a demon, and a spirit. The face of the spirit is indeterminate. It seems to shift and move inside the gold and silver metal of itself, capturing the nature of many disparate spirits and beings that don't necessarily fall under the monikers of divine and demonic, because sometimes extremes are boring. Very, very boring. We go through the doors into a lush Art Deco, Art Nouveau style of entryway. More gold in the floors, marble balustrades, and sort of a deep, deep spiral staircase that rotates all the way up through the hotel. And if you look up into the ceiling, you cannot see the top of it. It spreads story after story after story after story, winding through marble and glass and all sorts of precious materials. But we're not going to focus on that. Instead, we're going to focus on one thing. The mad rush that is happening at the front desk.
Oh, God.
We see about a mile of wrapped around guests, some with wings, some with scales, some with forked tongues that they've wrapped around their necks like scars because they think that they're that one Pokemon Greninja. And at the front of it, standing by the receptionist desk, surrounded by others in the similar uniform, is a blue tiefling? Succubus?
Succubus.
Do we know? Do we know? Does she know?
She's succubus. She's succubus.
Arabelle, please describe yourself as you appear right now as a hotel receptionist.
a little stressed. I'm doing fine though. So I'm all blue, little pink tips on my horns and hands. I'm in a white shirt, blouse, if you will, buttoned up, about 5'6". A little heavier than, most people, but it looks good. My curves look great. My pencil skirt is really tight, got a little heart belt, and I have a little clipboard and I am making sure things are checked off because what a rush we're having right now.
So, in front of you right now is a very displeased guest. This
Wonderful.
man is about 8 feet tall, extremely muscle bound, and knows it. Wearing a white muscle shirt with a gigantic, and I mean absolutely gigantic lion's head resting over his shoulder and wrapped around his waist. He has long white blonde hair. He looks handsome, but it's hard to focus on that when he is slamming his massive oversized fist on the marble desk, which his hand, the diameter of it is actually bigger than the desk itself, and saying, "I booked this room ages ago. Centuries. What do you mean it's not available?"
Listen, I am just checking our system over and over. I just need you.
Do you know who I am?
I'm gonna be real. You are very important, is what I am getting. And that's why I'm checking this as many times
This
as
is
possible.
unfucking believable. This would never happen on Olympus.
Yeah. Well, you could book there.
Book there.
I'm doing my best I can. I just, like I said, I need to double check because your name just isn't coming up. Could I get that one more time?
Heracles!
Oh, okay.
Fucking Heracles!
Okay. Do we have any weird spellings or maybe alternative names that might be under?
Oh, is it under Hercules?
I mean, we have a Herbacles. Someone might have written it down slightly smudged.
How do you not know how to spell Hercules?
Listen, I wasn't at the desk during
I'm
this
in
time.
so many stories!
You're not really my genre, okay? But it's all right. It's okay.
Genre?
I need you to stop hitting the desk, please. Just please. Clearly, you're very strong, so that's so cool for you. Stop, please. Okay. There is Herbacles. I'm just gonna say this is your room.
Hercules?
I'm just gonna say this is
Are
your
you
room.
implying I have herpes?
I think no.
Only
no.
pure mortals can get that!
No. Trust me. No. I don't. You're fine.
That itch down there is perfectly normal!
Of course it is. I'm sure it is. So I can just give you this room, and if a Herbacles shows up, I will deny them instead. How about that? Does that sound good for you? And you know what? I will add in a complimentary bottle of what do you like?
Ambrosia.
Okay. I don't know if that. Okay, sure. A bottle of ambrosia. I don't know. It might be a bowl. Sure. So this will be
bowl?
ready. Whatever you need. A bowl and a bottle. How about that? Okay, bowl and a bottle. You get extra. I don't do that for everyone.
Oh, okay, give me my room key. Give me my room key.
Right.
What is your name? I want to talk to your manager.
My name is Arabelle. It's so nice to. And you were Hercules?
Sure. Hercules, Heracles, not
Sure.
Herpocles.
Okay, not Herpacles. Yeah, I don't know who wrote this. I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, here's your room key. It is room 665.
It is so small in his hand, and he just, but he manages to pluck it and pull it at the same time in a way that still pulls you forward, so you slam against the desk.
Cool. Okay, I guess we love that.
Can't fucking believe this. This would
okay.
never happen to Theseus. Fuck.
Enjoy your stay.
Walks away, and behind him are another group of guests. This time, all of them very tiny, wearing pointed hats, and in the center of them, they have one very, very tired-looking woman with black hair and sunglasses who looks extremely tired, going, "Hi, I booked a room for me and my Sims. So, could you take care of. It's under Snow White.
Yeah, welcome, Snow White and
Yeah, like I'm
Imps,
Snow
I
White.
guess. Let me. Okay, yep. Snow White. We have just one. No, 2 king-size beds.
No, it
smushed
should
together.
definitely be one.
Okay.
It's definitely one. Yeah.
Okay, I am gonna have them double check on this for you if it's not up to your
We can
standards.
take the 2. I don't really care. I'm just gonna be riding them day in and day out for the next week or so. So like,
I love that for you so
thank
much.
you so much. Okay.
We'll be sure to send up some extra towels too. Here's your room key.
Thank you so much. Simps, come on! I don't have all day. And she runs off.
Have fun.
And
Ew.
this continues on and on and on until you are in the middle of taking the next client, sort of guest, room notation, taking the room key, trying to give him the key. As you hold the key in your hands, something happens. And for a moment, you're not in the hotel lobby. Nor are you in a white blouse and a tasteful pencil skirt. You are surrounded by ice crystals in rich, vibrant colors, green and purples and blues, all spread around through each other, looping around this deep cavern. And for a moment in your hand, instead of a key, there is a bright purple amethyst. And for a moment, you know exactly what this is, and how important it is, and how precious it is. And then the next moment, you're back in the hotel lobby.
Huh. Okay. I probably shouldn't have had that 4th cup of coffee.
So, can I take my room key, please?
Yeah, here, sorry. Of course, here you go. Here you go.
Oh my god. And we move from the lobby. I have a question for Finn. Finn, you work as security, don't you?
I do.
Where in the hotel do you think Finn is right now?
Hopefully in the office getting passed on during shift change.
You're in the office getting passed on for shift change. That's not the song that I wrote
Damn.
down for this. So apparently this didn't save all my. This is it. We move to the left of the lobby and down a service hallway that descends down lower into the hotel. Here, things are much plainer. The walls start out as rough-hewn stone, the steps get older and more cracked, and as you get to the hallway below the stairwell, there are cobblestones. And there on the right is a very old door, rusted doorknob. There are carvings in the wood of these sort of mythical figures of this. Well, everyone in the audience would know this. If you'd like to look up the Hunt of Welsh mythology, picturing the Elf King going through the hunt with all of his fae creatures, is on this door. We open it, and we get into a surprisingly normal break room office type of deal. It looks like this might have been repurposed from an older room. In the room, there are break tables on which there is a horned gentleman with a long snout, almost cow-like, like a bull with a ring through his nose, sitting next to someone that looks like they are half tiger, half human, humanoid face with tiger stripes all over them, wearing a security guard's uniform of the hotel, which is gold and white, but it's been torn in weird places, almost as if this person cannot keep their claws contained fully. And then to the side, there is what looks like a barracks. There is a place where there's a bunch of lockers for which the security staff can switch in and out of uniform. And there we see Finn. Finn, describe your character as he is now.
I am currently brushing off my uniform, getting ready for the day, making sure everything is all prim and prime, and my security outfit still looks new, relatively new, as if he hasn't gotten his hands dirty in the hotel yet and is still working his way through understanding what is going on around him.
Finn, it's shift change. Are you coming off your shift, or are you going on to shift?
Oh, I'm going on. I'm about to get started.
Going on. As you are finishing up changing into your uniform and you close the locker door, a woman walks in. She has what you could describe cautiously as a curvy figure. And if you were not looking at one of your bosses, you would just say, "Damn!" It's almost as if she is wearing a corset. She has very, very long, like almost to her knees, blue braids and bright blue eyes and extremely dark skin. And you know that this is... Oh God, what is her name? What is her name? Don't do this to me, Persephone. This is Millicent Savillon, your boss. Savillon. Millicent Savillon. And she is one of the head security guards. She's also the first person that you can remember meeting at the hotel. And maybe the first person you can remember meeting ever in entirety. But there's a lot that you and some of the others of this cast may not remember. Are you ready for your shift change, Finn?
Yeah, I think I am.
Remember, we cannot have a repeat of the incident that happened last shift. We did manage to get most of the jello stains out of that dress, but, is it possible for you to catch offenders against security without getting jello shots all over one of our important guests' white dresses?
Yeah, I will. I will do the best I can. Sorry. That's my bad.
Are you certain? Because this is like the first incident, not this month, but this week.
Yeah. Just
You seem to have you seem to be very incompatible with things that are food and also expensive clothing.
Look, I'm still trying to understand everything. I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying. And as I'm talking to her, I'm trying to keep my eyes locked on with her and trying to keep my eyes above it.
So her uniform is very tightly buttoned, but those buttons are holding on for dear fucking life. like it fits, but it's like it barely fits. Mm-hmm. Like one of those gold buttons could just pop off at any given time. Well, I expected you would do better. After all, it's been 3 or 4 weeks since you come here. Wait. There's a moment where her blue eyes sort of frost over, and I do mean that literally, where a creeping frost silently slips over her eyes, and then as soon as it comes, it goes. It's been a unit of time since you've joined us, I believe. I don't know how much time that it has been.
Are you okay?
What?
You good?
Oh, I'm totally fine. I'm perfectly fine. I'm always fine. I've been looking here for... Another blank look. Another glass of frost. What were we talking about?
How great of a job I've been doing.
Right. That seems like a lie. Are you gaslighting me?
No, I was trying.
Because I will say you are very effective at getting the people that are offending us, but I will remind you, we are security. We are only licensed to use force in extreme measures. Someone stealing a popover from the buffet does not qualify as pushing them into a giant vat of pudding.
To be fair, I didn't think that they'd fly that far.
They were extremely small. They were a tiny ferry. Also, I was not aware that that many swear words could be said in that many different languages, so that was a unique time of my day.
Yeah, mine too. I apologize. She, hopefully accepted it. I couldn't really understand her. She was talking really fast.
Oh, I don't believe she accepted it. She called you several things, only a few of which I understand and will not repeat because I'm your boss.
Thank you.
So, we have not written you up. Just so you know, we understand that you're new. And this is all a lot. There are a lot of creatures and people and deities that pass through here, and they all have expectations. But please save it for when they start to fight, because we will have factions that hate each other, or that fucked a long time ago and don't want to see each other. So you really need to keep it under wraps until we go to DEFCON 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now, Leo is off now, so you will be taking his position by the reception desk. Hopefully that will keep you away from food.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. Thank you so much. Please continue to do an adequate job.
I will make you proud.
And she walks away. As she is walking away, and you are not even hiding the fact. Are you even hiding the fact that you're staring at her ass?
No, not at all. No,
No.
it's right there. It's there. I'm sorry.
It's there. It's there. It's there. It's plump. It's juicy. But as you're looking, your view gets hazy. And instead of Bussy Prime, you are looking at a cauldron. A large round cauldron, bubbling not with a potion, not with some sort of sorcerer's component, which is what you might expect around the hotel, but with just stew. Just a thick, viscous stew. And turning it, there is a man, grizzled, full beard, dark hair. His features look a little bit blurry to you. And he turns to you and says, "Do you want to turn it? It's almost ready."
Yeah. I'll take a turn.
You reach for the spoon. You feel the heft of it. You look at your hand. It is so small, so tiny. You've never had a hand that looked like that. And certainly you've never struggled to move a heavy wooden spoon. The man near you lets out a big old laugh. "You'll get it someday." And then just like that, you're out of it. Melisande is gone. You're standing there staring at an empty doorway in a security barracks.
Huh. The fuck was that? I shake my head, recenter myself, and start heading to the desk.
As you do. Now we go elsewhere. So, hold on one second. You're gonna need to edit this really quick. I think I fucked something up. Hold on. Right. Okay. We move up through the service hallways, back up through the stones, back up through the reception desk, and we travel up through the columns of, we travel up through the rows of lobby. No. What do you call them?
Pillars?
No.
Hallways?
Yeah! Thank you. Okay. So we travel directly upwards from the reception desk through the spiraling hallways that make up the sides of the room. And on the 4th floor, we go down a gilded hallway, white walls with crown molding painted gold, rich, lush carpets depicting scenes from wars long gone, long forgotten, way out of everyone's memory, except for perhaps the oldest beings that come to this hotel. And we come up not to a hotel room, but up to a very specific office. And above it, in gold lettering over a plain white door, says Guest Services and Concierge. We open the door into an office building. Not an office building, but an office room. Very plainly appointed. There is 2 desks facing each other, one of which has a nameplate that says Typhonon. Typhonon sits behind it, and would you please describe your character as he appears now?
Typhonon is sitting down. He's still in a suit. Again, he barely ever leaves the suit unless he's basically like sleeping. He still has his glasses on and his earring. He is currently, like I said, he's currently sitting down drinking a cup of coffee.
So, Typhonon, you are the head of guest services. You work under the main management. You are just a step below them. You handle all the sort of issues that can happen with guests or anything they need, taking care of all their needs. Most of the time, you're not in your office. You're usually running around doing different things for the guests, whether it be in the kitchens, whether it be getting them things that they need from outside the hotel, running errands, collecting whatever jewels, baubles, or gifts they need for their massive parties or balls. You handle it all on the highest level. In front of you, at the other desk, is a small halfling. Very pointed ears that are the size of his head. You know him as Sonny Flynn, and he is your 5th assistant.
He's my 5th.
For some reason, a lot of your assistants have disappeared for various reasons, none of which you're completely sure about, but they keep being you keep being told they've been reassigned. Sunny is the most recent one to be assigned to you, as of 3 something ago. You're not entirely sure, but the word 3 is in your mind. Typhonon! Typhonon, I don't know how I'm going to get this fucking flower for this fucking chick. Do you know how rare this thing is? It doesn't grow in this realm. I can't even get it imported. She wants us to find it. Do you know how rare a snow leaf flower is? It only grows in 3 different realms.
And what realms are those, Sonny?
I don't fucking know. It just says 3. You know we can't leave this realm. We have to get it shipped in. Apparently it dies if it's not frozen with dry ice and 13 spells from a greater archmage. What am I supposed to do?
Sonny, this does seem something probably out of your purview, so I will handle it myself.
Oh, will you handle it? Will you handle it? I would like it very much if you would handle it. Also, there's about 42 other things that you requested of me. This is just the first one and sent me into a panic attack.
Yes, please, from those 42 things, do the one that is least going to give you a panic attack, and I'll handle the rest.
The one that's least gonna give me a panic attack. So, next to Sunny, on the desk, is a stack of paperwork that is taller than him. So tall, in fact, that he jumps onto his desk and starts rifling through them and throwing things, like looking for a second, throwing, 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 looking for a second longer, and being like, no, I'll die! And then throwing it over and over and over and over again until finally the last page is there, and he's like, Well, this one only requires the threat of death and dismemberment. It won't necessarily kill me. It could, but probably not.
If it does kill you, Sonny, I'll bring you back to life. It's fine. Just do
All right.
that one. I'll handle the rest.
All right, you'll bring me back to life. You can bring me back to life?
Don't worry about that. Just go ahead and...
Now that you said that, I'm gonna worry about it.
No, it's fine. It's fine, Sonny. I will bring you back to life if you die.
Oh, wait. There's one more here.
What does it say, Sonny?
I think this one was for you. Not for me. And so the paper that Sunny is looking at is inky black. The blackest paper you could have possibly seen. And when he hops over the desk to waddle his tiny little body towards you, red hair flopping about, he hands it to you, and on the front is gold and silver lettering in intricate, precise cursive. It says, summoning for Typhonon Norixius. You are to gather the following people and come to the management's office. And underneath it is your name, Finn's name, Arabelle's name, and Norcross's name. There are no other details other than that.
Am I used to getting these messages? Or is
You
this
are
new?
used to seeing memos from management and their assistants. Everyone in the hotel knows that only the most important memos that come directly from management's hand are written on black paper with gold ink. You have, to memory, never seen one person before.
So what? I'm assuming I'd find it a bit troubling a little bit since I've never seen it before.
Not only have you never seen this before, it says summoned to the management's office. You've been summoned by their assistants. You've been summoned by people who are above you. You are, when I said earlier that you are a step below management, you're a step below the management department.
Right. Okay.
So like the hotel management and all the people that are actually handling the running of the hotel, the people that schedule building things and stuff like that, you're below them.
Right.
This kind of memo only comes from management prime, like the actual management. And you are being summoned directly to their office. You have never even seen management, never mind their office. It is extremely concerning.
Yeah. Typhonon looks at the message and like you can kind of see his eyes just kind of narrow and like kind of frown a little bit. And
What did you do to shit in their cornflakes?
Not quite sure, but I'm gonna have to find out. Look, you handle your.
If you die, no one will be able to handle all the stuff that I can't handle!
I'm not going to die, Sonny. It's fine.
Are you sure? Lots of people die when they go before management! Or end up a statue! Or, fall off the hotel! Or drown in champagne for guest amusement. I don't know, they're scary!
Sonny, as long as we've been working together, have you ever known me to make a mistake?
How long have we been?
Well, for however long that was, I mean.
No, but also, I don't remember how long we worked together.
True, but to memory at least, I've never made a mistake, so I don't know why.
You've never been summoned by management before.
Which is why this is deeply concerning, but something I will get to. Sonny, handle what you have to handle, and I will deal with this.
All right, but if you die, I'm getting your suits altered to fit me. One of yours is like 5 for me.
How?
I'll never run out of suits again.
Sonny, you don't you touch my suits. You know how I am about my suits. Don't you touch my suits.
You won't care, you'll be dead.
I will come and haunt you, Sonny. Don't you touch my suits.
Good, then you can tell me what to do so I can take your job.
Go handle your business.
I'm seeing
Sonny.
this as a next win for me.
I cast Unseen Servant and kick Sonny out of the office.
Ah, no, this is workplace violence. I'm gonna send a complaint to HR. Do we have HR? We don't have HR! I'm just gonna complain! Ah! Ah! It just keeps kicking him out the door.
Bye, Sonny.
And with that, we will go to our final player. Unlike kitchens in most hotels, the hotel myth is special. Very special indeed. Because in most hotels, the kitchens are on one floor. In Hotel Myth, the kitchens are on all the floors. Because they are in a separate dimensional pocket that connects to every single floor to make sure that every guest gets their service as quickly as possible. This includes 17 ballrooms. Well, as of right now, that just includes the ones that are in the actual Hotel Myth dimension. They can always summon more. Includes every hotel room, every embassy hall, and includes some of the churches, because of course the hotel has chapels for each religion that pertains to their guests. There's a lot of chapels. A lot of chapels. Angels can be very specific. The kitchens of the Hotel Myth are massive in scope. The appliances, the features of it range across centuries of time on Earth and some beyond it. You can have a massive 16 panel stovetop right next to an open hearth with a roiling flame and a cauldron on top of it. You can have what looks like a blacksmith's bellows right next to a microwave. They don't tell the guests they use the microwave. If they knew, heads would roll.
Never tell the guests.
In the kitchens, one of the most important places in a hotel, there is a position above most of us, and that is of the executive chef. Norcross, can you describe what your character looks like as of now and what he is doing in the kitchen?
All right, so right now, Norcross, he's wearing a plain button-down white shirt, and he's got the sleeves rolled all the way up, plain slacks, and he's wearing an apron, a white apron in front of it. He's still got the smoky gray skin and like the gold inlay, but it seems a little bit duller than previous sign. He's still got the golden, almost metallic hair, but it's pulled back in a ponytail, kept down. And he's got his entire left arm, essentially, from elbow to wrist, is wrapped in white bandage, completely covered up. And so he's in the kitchen, and he has a whole section where he is essentially working by himself, doing prep. And so in his hands, he's getting, at his hip, he's got like a meat tenderizer. In his hand right now, he's got a butcher knife, and he's currently sitting here and hacking away. He's probably got some chickens, or some, and he's separating them into 8-piece and what have you. Simultaneously, you'll see him randomly start pointing over to the side, and a mage hand will appear and start moving a pot over and start stirring into it. He'll point over here. There's these large tubs of water. You'll see he's using shape water, and water pulled out of it and go into a big carafe where there's already like tea mixture waiting, and he's spinning it around like this so that it mixes up and can sit and be ready for people. And you just see him kind of orchestrating a whole area by himself, prepping for the inevitable lunch rush, which this spreads across multiple dimensions, so it's always lunch rush. And the whole time, you can, if you were to come close, you would hear that he's either humming or maybe mumbling words or things like that, but it's just, he kind of bounces between songs, but never very much, never very loud. It's just always kind of to himself.
Around you, as you're doing this, there are no less than 20 other chefs in coats with this really very formal French chef's hat on top, watching you and taking so many notes in notepads. You know that these are a combination of your sous chefs, chef trainees, and people that are basically been assigned to the kitchens. as the executive chef, typically in a larger restaurant, you would not necessarily be doing all the cooking. However, if you don't take part in the cooking here, or if you don't help these people out or show them what's right every so often, things go wrong.
Correct.
Every second. There's not a day that things don't go wrong. Key in front of you at the center of the crowd, the only one that isn't taking notes, is a stone-faced woman. And by that, I don't mean looking angry. I mean literal stone. Her face looks like rough-hewn marble.
Okay.
She has long, sort of, you could call it hair. It's actually a stone that looks like it's been carved into sort of like 1950s waves that end by her chin. She is wearing red lipstick, chef coat, and she is just looking at you with complete, it's like an amused disdain, like, anger, but also like, you're just gonna keep doing this. And you notice as Petra Le Pen, who is your, for as long as you've been here, has been your second in command in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to ever let other people do this, or are you just going to keep doing this for the rest of the fucking time that you're here?
Well, I just need to make sure things go well, and you don't want to put all the stress on everyone else. If you
Well, when you were given the position of executive chef, it was known that you would be formulating the menus and making new dishes, but it seems like you're doing less of that and more that you are how do I put this? Being a control freak.
anyone
A bit of a control freak.
I'm not stopping anyone else from taking part. I am simply doing my
You are controlling about 17 stovetops right now. All the spice racks. Because you're using Mage Hand to do it. This is not efficient, Norcross. It has never been efficient.
I mean, it seems pretty efficient from where I'm standing.
We serve all of the many pocket dimensions that the hotel takes place in. And that services many, many infinite potential realms. Why? Why will you not let us do other things here? Why? Why?
Because, Petra, when things go wrong, and they always go wrong, I don't want it to fall on anyone else.
We are not done talking about this. Everyone, stop watching the executive chef. Go back to work. You have prep to do. Go. It's the lunch rush. It is lunch rush.
It's always
One of the sous chefs goes, "It's always lunch rush." I heard that. He can say it, not you.
You see, he
I will
just
hang you by your balls from a meat rack.
he's got just a little wry smile, like he knew it was coming. He just continues. And then before, as everyone disperses, he looks like, Petra, you know I'm not stopping anyone.
I know you're not stopping anyone, but you are stopping yourself from doing your actual job because things are going wrong. Things will not get better if you keep controlling them. Things are going to go wrong overall, but eventually they'll get better. But you've been doing this since day one when you took this job.
Okay.
Day one.
Okay, what do you need? What do you need?
I
Here.
need you to focus on the menus and the creation of new dishes that will suit our new guests. Please. It's fine and well to do a demonstration. I get you're good at it. That's why you got promoted after you've been here for... Glaze. After you've been here for a while.
Right. Yeah.
But I need you to be able to trust your staff. Because if you don't, things are going to be very difficult. Overall.
I do trust them. I just... You know how it is. Anytime something goes wrong, you got people yelling, and whenever they call me out, I don't
It's
like
a
to yell.
kitchen! We
Yeah.
always yell!
Different yelling. I don't like it when people yell at my people.
Again, it's a kitchen, everyone's getting yelled at. I just yelled at people just now, 2 seconds ago. I was screaming at them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm gonna do after this? I'm gonna walk down the rows and I'm gonna scream at every single person. I'm going to put bread between their ears and call them an idiot sandwich. Okay, that's just what we do. That is what we do. Okay? No one becomes a chef, especially a head chef, without wanting to abuse others.
I feel like maybe it is possible to do that, but you know, hey, maybe I'm just a little bit unusual. Now, if you'll excuse me, I believe someone told me I have to get to work making some new food.
Don't turn my words against me. Don't you turn my words against me. That's not allowed. That is not acceptable.
Okay, then what's acceptable? And you see him lean in like this.
I have sous chefs to yell at and leaves.
You do that. And there's no, like, you could tell it's just basically like he's just good at turning it on for a moment. And then as he like turns away, it's just like a... and just a quick exhale before he kind of tries to brush all that off.
As you exhale, letting out a breath, letting some sort of relief wash over you now that no one's watching you and that Petra isn't screaming at you. You hear in your ear, in your head, the faint echo of the song that you were humming earlier. Just a tune, just a ditty. And that song flits golden through your head and through your vision. And then you're not in the kitchen anymore. Instead, you're on a dirt road, sitting in the back of a car. Next to you, there is a lacquered guitar case. And inside, you know, there is the most beautiful guitar you'd seen until that moment. What that moment is, you can't recall. In front of you in the van, there are 4 other people. Their faces are blurry, but they're laughing. One of them is holding several sheets of music paper and is quickly jotting things in. And then another, you think it's a woman, is singing. But you can't make out the lyrics, but you can hear the melody. It's a song that you were humming earlier. And then, just like that, back in the kitchen.
I should probably do something that doesn't use a knife right now. And you see him kind of like slide it into a little pouch in his apron and go walk and try and find something to do.
As you are walking, you see in front of you not a human, not a living creature, a construct made of liquid metal, indeterminate features, about 3 feet tall. And it's holding a tray, and on that tray is a note on white paper. And not only do you see this, Arabelle and Finn, you also see this. You each pick up the note, and it's a note from Typhonon, summoning you to the management office. Typhonon, what does the letter say?
So on the letter it says, to my esteemed colleagues. So it's like he's super proper. So he's like, to my esteemed colleagues, we have been requested by management, so please come forth henceforth to the management office. Signed, Typhonon. It's like really nice script too. He's like really, you know, it's really proper.
The note also has a time. 2 minutes ago.
Oh,
Yep.
we're late.
Do all of you follow the summons?
Yup.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else at my desk?
There are several people at your desk that are also taking. There are other receptionists. You are the head receptionist, but there are other ones that are taking different guests and dealing with them. You tend to handle the most difficult ones because you are the management of that particular area.
Okay. Okay, everyone. I'm just gonna go on a quick little break. Everyone, be nice to them. Bye bye.
Break! You can't leave! Oh my
And
god!
I'm out.
What? No! You can't go! You can't go! No! 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 You can't! Ah! One starts
Bye.
crying.
Have fun.
Ah!
And I am speed walking out of there.
I'm gonna. Is there another guard next to me, or is it just me at the desk?
No, there's so you are at the desk by Arabelle. There are 2 at the entrance and 1 at each sort of offshoot from there.
Mhm.
There's at least 10 in the room.
Okay. I'm gonna get the attention of the closest one and be like, hey, I gotta go. Someone,
go where?
management. I'm not questioning it. Yeah. I'm late, so someone watch this. I gotta go, and I speed off behind Arabelle.
Before you speed off, you just hear like he pulls out a walkie-talkie and goes, do we have someone to replace Finn permanently?
Norcross is gonna look over and see and Petra.
Yes, what do you want, Norcross? You're supposed to be making things.
I got summoned to management. Apparently,
You got what? And
Look,
she is stirring what looks like fish stew and slams the spoon so hard that it goes flying and it hits one of the sous chefs in the eye and he goes ah and falls to the ground. What do you mean you've been summoned to management? What did you do?
I don't know, but apparently I'm one of the esteemed colleagues of Typhonon. You know, like the guy who
Concierge douche.
well, no, the guy who punted a gnome into some pudding or something. I'm still
No,
not
no,
really
that's
sure how
Finn.
that
That's
went.
Finn. That's Finn. That's Finn. I know because I made that pudding. I was very mad. I was cross with him.
Yeah, so that you might not see me again. Just
Do they realize what will happen if we lose you?
be fine.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh. Wait, does this mean I'm executive chef now?
And you see him just pat her on the shoulder and be like, "Have fun," and he just walks away without.
All of you are my bitches now! You hear the sounds of tears in the
And he-
background.
just screaming.
Management's office is different than the rest of the hotel. No elevators connect to it. Instead, the way to get to management's office is in the reception room. At the center of the room, far from the receptionist's desk, closer to the entrance, is a round dais set into the ground, this circle of stone that looks different than the marble flooring around it. And inside of it, there are 3 diamonds, very plain, surrounded on a plane of black, looking almost like stars if the starry sky was destroyed except for 3 of them. The way you get to management is by knocking on the stone 3 times. You all arrive, and then starlight gathers around you. These glowing spirals of light and purples and blues. And then darkness. And you are lifted up and up and up into the very highest part of the hotel. And when the dais stops, you are in a long hallway. The hallway is dark blue with marble columns of black and gray granite. There are paintings of figures that some of which you could recognize, some of which you would not. Different mythological creatures and deities from across the ages. Some of them aren't even paintings, some of them are photos as the hotel modernized and changed to suit the worlds that it's connected to. The hallway leads to one place. A set of large iron doors, completely plain, with a golden doorknob. Sort of dark, brassy, almost greenish gold to it. All three of you are together, standing on the dais, looking at the management's office. What do you do?
I assume you guys, I'm assuming you are wondering why I sent you that message. I received a message myself from upper management stating that I needed to retrieve you three and me. For what reason, I do not know.
Is this about the pudding thing and the fairy? Like I already talked to my boss about it. She said like just to do better. Like
Yes, Finn, we all know about the pudding thing. I don't think this is about the pudding thing.
okay, all right.
And yes, I know who all of you are. As the head concierge, it's my job.
Is it like a promotion thing? Like, is it a promotion thing? Could it be a promotion thing?
I'm not sure. I don't know if there's any position higher than mine in terms of just hotel services. So,
Typhonon, roll a history check to remember. Or you could also do insight.
yeah, let's do insight. I think. Oh no, I'll do history. History's better. 24.
With a 24, you know that promotions are doled up by the next higher up in the department. Typically, management doesn't bother with promotions except to okay them. And usually that is done without needing to be seen by the one who is being promoted.
Yeah, so I don't think, Arabelle, I don't think it's that, no.
Cool. Are they gonna kill us?
Let's
too.
hope not.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Great. Love this.
Hope is a powerful drug. Is what I'm told.
I will do my best to protect you guys if something were to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, after you.
All right, I start walking towards the entrance.
Do you open it?
I knock first.
You knock on the door, and instead of like a simple knock on any door would sound, it echoes and magnifies almost like the ringing of a bell. Dong, dong, dong. And a moment passes, and then another moment. And then the greenish gold doorknob starts to wiggle and move. And the door opens. And you see a bespectacled blonde woman. By all means, looks completely normal human. Her hair is clipped up at the top of her head. She wears a simple pant skirt suit in black with a black tie, sensible heels. And she looks at all of you and goes, "Oh, you're later than we expected, aren't you? I'm Maureen. I'm the assistant to management. You are Norcross, Arabelle, Finn, and Typhonon, right?
Of course.
Typhonon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you wouldn't mind coming in and take a seat, management will be right with you, but they are very busy, so it might take a few. So why don't you just come on in? Come on in. She opens the door wider. You walk into, and I mean this in the most derogatory way, a 2000s male executive office.
Oh.
Gotcha.
In all blues and blacks like a bruise. The desk that is clearly Maureen's is very sleek and just plain black. Looks like plastic. There is a seating area with one of those tables that's sort of like an oval that got stretched out and turned into like a moved into like banana shape. The couches there are the kind that are overly stuffed and stiff to make sure that you're never comfortable. On the walls, there are photos with plaques underneath that say management, with different images of different people, different beings, different creatures, some with horns, some with fangs, some that look demonic, some that look angelic, some that look like nothing in between. Maureen goes over to her desk and picks up a phone, a Wallen phone of all things, and goes, "Hello? Yes, they're here. Yes, they're here. Yes, I know they were supposed to be here at 2 o'clock, but I'm sorry, I don't have control over them. Yeah, they have agency." Yeah, I can make jokes too. I can make jokes, yeah. Yeah, they have agency. She looks at all of you and just goes, "Oh, you want me to actually send them right in? You don't want to make them wait? I thought you were in a meeting with..." "Oh, it doesn't matter? Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, good. Okay, good. I'll talk to you later, boss man." And she hangs up. And she looks at all of you. "Surprisingly, you can go right in." And she points to an office door. "Why don't you just go get settled in? Just go. Just go. Like, go have a little conversation. I'll see you when you get back."
That's hopeful. We're coming back?
"Sure."
Oh, less hopeful.
Okay.
I get up and head towards the door.
I'm gonna be last in line. And let everyone else enter first.
How about you, Norcross and Arabelle?
Headed in.
Just following in, and every time all this is going on, he kind of just keeps looking around and just like, I hope there's another hotel that needs a chef. God.
You walk into the room. It is, except for the wall that the door is set into, clear glass. There's no frames on the walls. It's just clear glass outlooking the mountain. From there, you can see out into miles of clouds. Almost as if your vision can't run out, just clouds after clouds. And if you look at it too long, your head starts to spin, as if your brain can't possibly handle seeing that sort of distance. It's almost like you're traveling along with your vision out onto those clouds. The only thing in the room is a wooden desk. Unlike the outside of the office, this is much older looking and intricate. It looks like it's carved with different figures, but the figures are moving and shifting in motion. The faces change between angelic, demonic, godly. And you can't really focus on each one individually, but there's definitely beings of legend on there that you can make out. Would anyone like to roll an insight check to make out what any of the beings are?
Yeah.
I'll roll.
I'll jump in.
And anyone would like to let me know, and let me know
Yeah.
if you roll a 15 or higher.
Nope.
Let me. I'm also down.
You can also, if you choose, you can roll Arcana instead. You can roll Arcana, History, Religion,
I rolled a nat 20.
or Insight. On which one?
I rolled a nat 20 on insight.
Insight? Okay. How about
I got
you, Finn?
16 on insight.
16?
I rolled a 7 on insight.
Okay. Norcross, did you roll?
I rolled a 10.
Okay. Finn and Norcross, you look at this for too long and your brain starts to feel like a Rubik's Cube, like someone's taking bits and just twisting it back and forth, and the squares are not lining up.
Right.
Gotcha.
Arabelle.
I have heard of wood.
It's probably wood.
Heard of wood before.
Arabelle, remind me, which one did you roll?
I did insight.
Sorry. You recognize these beings as trickster deities from different realms.
Okay.
Gods like things related to the kitsune in Japan, Loki appears very heavily in multiple areas, switching and flitting between two with like a cackling wide smile and a jester's hat. You see Arachne of Greek mythology. You see a bunch of trickster deities. Typhonon, you rolled a nat 20, but also an insight?
Yeah.
Okay. You see all these trickster deities, but looking more closely, you see trickster deities that have been twisted and broken. Loki's smiling face goes from smiling to torn in a grimace of pain. There are different aspects. You see a kitsune that's like jumping along, and then all of a sudden, each one of its tails starts to shed off and fall off and die, one by one, and then the kitsune will blip out of existence. And sitting at the desk is a man with the largest head you've ever seen. It looks like a pop figure. He has a tiny, sort of spindly body, very lean, smartly dressed in a gray suit, gray slim fit suit with a skinny tie, but the head is at least double the width of the shoulders, and about 3 times as high as a normal head would be. It is swollen and puffy. The lips look like he's had too much filler done. The nose is bulbous and red at the tip. The pupils have swallowed the whites, and so they look like inky black pools that are just waiting to drip tears onto the desk itself. The eyebrows are thick yet sparse. They're wide but haven't been filled in, as if the hairs are just sort of sprouting every couple of moments, just like but take up large real estate on his face. Hello and welcome to my office. I am the figurehead of management.
Typhonon and Company as replaced.
Did I say you could speak? Very good, you know your place. The figurehead rises, and his head does start to wiggle from side to side like a bobblehead, like as if it's too heavy for his neck. And he walks to the front of the desk and leans on it. I am here to congratulate you on a feat that is rarely done. For your time is almost up. Everyone, you all know what time is. You know because it's the first thing that popped in your head when you came to the hotel. When you had no memories before, it is your first and only oldest memory is of what time means. As you all know, for varying reasons, no one's is exactly the same, and no one knows necessarily what their reasoning is. But you have been bound to the hotel myth, named for what humans think of the beings that travel here, that they are mythological, even though they're very real. The management has a sense of irony. But you were bound in indentured servitude until your debt, whatever it may be, however you incurred it, was gone. And in that time, you only existed as a worker for the hotel. What you were before, what you knew, who you were, what you had done, what your deeds were all erased, leaving you in the position that you have now. And that's all you know about it. You've never known the count of what your time is, only that at some point it will run out. So when the management, and more specifically the figurehead, says, your time is running out, you know that your debt to the hotel is almost complete. Now, when your time is almost up, you must do one thing before being released from the hotel with your memories intact. Oh, forgive me, I forget that none of you would know what it is, because we never allow you to know anything. We find that it's better when workers don't really think much. You must go to the basement and receive your blessing and get your memories back. You may speak now. Do you have any questions?
Is this a long process to do the basement thing? Is someone going to take over my job? I am worried about my team.
What do you... My dear.
Uh-huh.
I think you misunderstand what I mean by your time is up. Once you collect your things, you will no longer be working at the hotel.
Is there an exit package? Like a...
Your memories are your exit package.
Okay. Thank you. That makes total sense to me, and I have no further questions.
Are you certain? He moves from the desk and gets... It's not that his body gets close to you, his head gets close to you. And he looks at you with those massive, massive round eyes. Are you certain?
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Yeah. No worries. It's fine.
Any other questions?
How do we get to the basement? I'm still learning the floor plan.
How do you get to the basement?
Yeah, is there stairs? Is there a door? Do we do the same thing with the
Clearly,
key?
someone did not pay attention during orientation. Turns the massive eyes to you. You get to the basement by taking the elevator to the bottom floor.
That would explain the B on the elevator. Got you. Thank you.
It would explain the B. Thankfully, we kept your ability to read when we erased you, didn't we?
Yes.
How about you two? And he goes to Typhonon first. Typhonon, you've worked with us for many years.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions to ask?
Will I be able to find out why I was sent here?
Why? Why? You wish to know why?
Yes, I wish to know.
Well, perhaps your memories will hold the answer, won't they?
I wouldn't know.
I don't like jokes.
Sorry.
Now, you, Norcross, do you have any burning, yearning questions?
Yeah, no, I think I'm just going to I'm just gonna go on ahead and just head on down to the basement.
We should probably head out, huh?
Make some headway in that direction to the elevator.
Why do you keep saying hate?
You know, I couldn't. Yeah.
What direction are we heading? Again, down, right?
The eyes on the head grow larger and larger and larger. Get your exit package from Maureen and Maurice outside,
I will.
and then head to the basement. You are dismissed.
Okay, bye. She's out. She's trying to leave the room as fast as possible.
Yeah,
Across.
I bow my head.
I'm just, I'm
and
just,
go.
I'm just shuffling out, just trying to make sure I don't turn my back to it.
I'm just gonna head on out there with them. And he just walks off.
You get back into the entryway of the office. And at this point, Maureen, the blonde woman, is behind the desk, but in front of her, she is talking to a dark-haired man, dark skin. And he turns to look at you when you are entering the room. Very handsome, chiseled features. No eyes.
Awesome.
And I don't mean no sockets, or that there's hollows where the eyes are. I mean just flat skin underneath the eyebrow. Well, hello. Are you the most recent employees who will be going down to the basement?
Yes.
To receive our exit package.
I told you I'd be seeing you later. It's just a joke we like to play, because a lot of you that goes in there end up dead.
Oh.
Are they
But
like
I knew you wouldn't. That's good.
Good
It's
joke.
good. You should be happy. You're leaving.
Mm.
Good
You've
joke.
served your purpose. Your entire life's purpose.
do the others get like crushed under the weight of that thing, or like
Are you asking about the figurehead's head? I don't believe it's had any complaints.
usually dead people don't complain, but
That was a there's a double meaning behind head that I'm not.
Oh,
sure
no, I
you're
saw
aware
what
of.
you did.
Okay. Wow, you certainly, for people who should be happy, you certainly are not lighthearted. Come now, this is time to celebrate. You're going to be free of your servitude.
Yeah, but going back to what? What was I before this?
Well,
Yeah,
you'll
no-
certainly find out, won't you?
Anything's better than front desk. Hey, can I get my package, please? Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. And he gestures, Maurice gestures to Maureen, and she pulls out from underneath her desk 4 tote bags, 4 matching tote bags. They are blue and gold with black trim. In there, you'll find the crystal that needs to be unsealed to release your memories. You'll also find a 2-week stay at the hotel where you were once serving for free as your part of your severance.
Hey, good to be a guest.
Yes, of course you do, after providing us such great service, Finn.
I think she means the pudding thing. Or he
Yeah,
means-
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Arabelle. Appreciate that.
I think it's the pudding. Remember when you did that? That was
yeah,
really funny.
yeah. Thank you.
Oh, you're referencing the pudding incident, Arabelle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I know the names of every worker in the hotel. Every last one.
It's impressive. I don't even know
No,
these
I
guys'
wouldn't
names, to
expect
be honest.
you would. After all, I'm not sure what your memories and what your head looks like after we turned into Swiss cheese. Yeah, they really are like Swiss cheese.
Oh.
do you understand the concept of things you say in public versus things you keep in private?
Why, it's only us here.
You know what?
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's.
I guess I just didn't see the difference properly. That's fine.
I will also say the crystal must be tapped on the basement key in the elevator before you can enter. We keep it sealed off for, well, I suppose you'll see, but it's a very delicate place. Mind. You may undertake this challenge whenever you so choose. May I recommend doing it now? It's a very simple procedure.
You know, the way you say that makes me think it's not so simple. Just. Is there anything we should know? Anything you can, like, anything else other than it's just simple?
You simply must go down there, walk through the hallway to the main room, and then present your crystal there. Then your memories will be returned to you, and you can begin your stay whenever you wish. Simple, really.
Honestly, if it means I miss the rush right now, that's fine. That's fine. And she's just gonna grab her tote bag. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Norcross is just grabbing his, and he's like, I can see that we're not gonna
Yeah,
more than this. So.
I grabbed my tote bag as well.
Yeah, I'm grabbing mine and following behind the team.
Well, have a good time, y'all. And remember, here at Hotel Myth, we're so happy when you stay. And even happier when our employees leave.
I don't think they know what jokes are.
I love a joke! I just made one!
She's really funny, guys. She's really funny.
Really, I think she's kind of grating myself, but, you know, we can't all be perfect comedians. Why don't you go now?
Yep.
Typing out
Yep.
heads to the basement.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
Goodbye! Don't let the door hit you on the way out!
Guess I
You
head down to the
leave?
basement.
You leave the office. You leave through the dais. And what would you like to do then? Would you like to go directly to the proper elevator to go to the basement?
I would like to change out of this uniform if I'm going to be leaving.
You absolutely can.
Okay, I'm going to go do that.
Yeah, I would also like to change out of my uniform.
Would everyone like to change out of their uniform
Yeah.
except for Typhonon, who clearly lives in a suit?
Lives in the suit.
Yeah. Also, hey, real quick, could we take a break? Because
We're about to. We're about,
Oh, okay,
we're
so
about
sorry.
to break. We're about to
Sorry
cut
for
to the
editing.
second episode.
Sorry, editing.
It's all good.
No. You all go, and you change, and you gather at the elevator to the basement. And that's where we'll close this first session of Hotel Myth.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone, give your sound out. I will name each one of you so that we have an actual order. Okay, so Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. You can call me an Orion. I played Norcross. I just stream, I do the things, and you can find me at twitch.tv/Norian, or you can find me on YouTube under the name Anorian.
Austen.
Hi, I'm Austen Marie. Twitch.tv/Austen Marie. I'm also all over the internet on all kinds of places. You can just kind of search for my name, but mostly Twitch.
Justin.
Justin,
Probably not here on the overlay, but whatever, just pretend.
Justin Robinson. I play Typhonon. Yeah, you can check us out at twitch.tv/RustyRupees and at on X, Twitter at RustyRupees with 2 Y's.
And Kano.
God of the Monkey, spelled Cano. You can search that on any platform and you will find me there, and go ahead and follow while you can.
And I have been your DM, Persephone. You can find me at Persephorath. Unless they're doing something wrong, then it's not me. It's a doppelganger from beneath the crust of the earth, and you should kill them. All right, we'll see y'all next time. Bye!
Johnny!